Hello Tennis Anyone students and families, Coach Bill here with my daughter, Bela Wren. She's 9 years old. So we know everybody is self-quarantining at home, and we completely support that. We want everybody to be, first and foremost, safety before anything else. We also know that you're missing tennis, and you can't wait to get back on the courts in the same way we can't wait to be back out there on the courts with you. So what we want to do is we want to bring a little bit of Tennis Anyone into your living room, literally, and do that in a safe way. So we'll be doing some videos over the course of the next few weeks. These will be things that you can do indoors, or you can do outdoors on a patio, in the driveway, in a clear spot in the garage. And it's also something that mom and dad can get involved in. And so, at any rate, we're going to go ahead and get started. Bia, why don't you go ahead and do 2 stretches, 1 lower body and 1 upper body. All right? So, as you know, stretching is very important the older and older you get. So typically with kids, what you're trying to do is just to establish a pattern of stretching so that as they get older and they need to stretch because they're growing, they're becoming more athletic, their regimen, their athletic regimen is requiring more out of them. The stretching routine is in place and they've already kind of established that discipline. Okay, so right off the bat, go ahead and grab a ball, and I'll grab one too. We're going to do some really, really basic coordination drills. The first one is very, very easy. We're going to be rolling the ball around the edge of the racket. Now, you can do this with 3 to 5-year-olds even, and they can handle this. Okay, reverse directions. If they need to use their other hand here, they can. That'll give them a little extra support and a little bit of extra ball control and racket control. In tennis, it's all about the ball control and the racket control. Okay, let's move into some downs. I know Bia knows these well. If you've been in our tennis academy, then you know the downs and you know the ups well. Doing it on carpet, obviously you're gonna have to hit it a little bit harder. If your child is running all over the place, this is Moses. This is the Tennis Anyone mascot. Moses, say hello, shake, shake, up, sit, shake. There you go, Moses, thank you. Okay, we'll get back to Moses in a little bit. But at any rate, if your child is doing downs and they're running all over the living room, that's obviously not going to be safe. So you'll want to rein them in where needed. We'll move into some ups next. Good stuff, Moses, good stuff. All right, so we'll move into some ups next. Again, this is more difficult than the downs, and so if your child is struggling to do this, then you may want to just stick with the downs, or you may want to move them into an area where they have more space to move around, like a garage or a back patio. All right, let's go ahead and stop on those coordination drills. Fantastic so far. Okay, young lady, what we're going to do next is we're going to be demonstrating the forehand ground stroke, the proper form. Now, here's the great thing about tennis. Your child can better learn the form at home than they can on the court. Once the ball is tossed to a child, the form goes out the window and they're just swatting. What we want them to do is we want them to have correct form, meaning move the racket, move the body in the correct fashion, and we want them to do that enough that it becomes muscle memory, so that when the ball comes, the muscle memory is already there. And a great way to build that is without a ball, at home, working on a stroke 100 times a day. So let's go ahead and see, starting from your ready position, which she's already in. Moses, come on over. Moses, come. Okay, starting in your ready position, let's see the forehand form. Forehand ground stroke form. Okay, beautiful. Keep doing it, just over and over and over. Good. Step forward just a step here. Okay, and careful for the mascot. Moses, come. Brush up on the tail. All right, keep going with that. So what I want everybody to notice is that starting from her ready position, let's see the ready position. All right, the racket head is vertical, and from here, she's going to keep the racket head vertical. That's very important as she makes what we call a loop, so you can see the circle, or a C shape. Think of the letter C in the alphabet, but very important to make sure that from here, the racket goes up. All right, from here, the racket goes up. A lot of times what kids will do is from here, they'll drop the racket down immediately and take it back, and then they're already in the wrong course of action. So let's go ahead and see it from here and go. Give me 5. Okay, good. Let's see it again. I like the focus. She looks so focused. She just got out of hair and makeup with her big sister, who got the braids done for her. So we knew she was camera ready. Here we go. Keep going, honey. Okay, fantastic. Now do it again and freeze the finish. Right at the end. Okay, the finish is so important. I want you to notice this. The racket is completely behind her. The the chin is resting on the bicep muscle, and she is in the last part of the stroke. So remember, the stroke involves 3 different parts. After the ready position, it involves the backswing. Next comes the contact point where you meet the ball in front of you, and then the follow through, which finishes over the shoulder. So work with your child at home, have them do 100 a day. It's very important that they're doing it correctly, because if they do this from here down 100 times in a row, they're reinforcing the wrong habit. So it's really important that you get them coming from here, up and around, make sure that form is correct. All right, we're going to do one last drill. So go ahead and set the racket down. And this is going to be another coordination hand-eye building drill. Just going to toss it to you. You can catch with 2 hands. Good, toss it back. Good, I'm going to move you a little bit, so shuffle. Good, toss it back. Good, here we go again. Fantastic. You want to try one-handed? Okay, one-handed, right hand. Good, toss it back. Okay, left hand on the move. Okay, good, 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 toss it back. Awesome. You know, I watched a video with Roger Federer, and for 20 minutes, he did coordination building drills with his coach before he ever hit a tennis ball. I'm not talking Roger Federer as a child, I'm talking Roger Federer modern day as a world champion tennis player. So don't underestimate the kinds of coordination drills you can do. Also, parents, you can be creative and you can add things like a bounce pass, different things to keep things interesting. So, back to your time at home. Stay safe, stay indoors. Use this time to really connect with your family like we're doing. Some of the times are going to be difficult and they're going to be trying, but you know what? We're going to get through this together, and we can't wait till we're back out on the tennis court with you guys. In the sun, smiling faces, where our biggest care in the world will be worrying that we're going to come out off the tennis court with a sunburn. We'll get back to that. We can't wait to see you guys. Until then, until our next video, thank you. Via, would you like to say thank you?
Thank you.
And Moses, would you like to say thank you? All right, signing off from Tennis City 1.